When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
Hello, good day people, and welcome once again to our new video tutorial on Audacity. This is making your voice to sound professional, okay? And step-by-step studio quality voice recording. Okay, so here we go. Without further ado, let's move it. Okay, the first thing that we will do is to record a sample voice, okay? A sample voice line. Okay, let's try to do it now. When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9. Okay, that's our recording. Let's listen to it. When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9. Okay, that's the original. As you can see, different intensity of volume. Okay, we will try to fix it later. Okay, the first thing that we will do about it is, of course, after listening, did you notice this? Take a look. What is this? Okay, let's highlight. Let's listen to it. Oh, I breathed, of course, before I record this, and also this one. Okay, let's listen to it. Okay, we will remove that too later on. Okay, now after having listened to the voice line, the next thing that we will do is to remove and repair the vocal recording. Okay, we need to remove the fan because I'm using an electric fan beside me, and if you're inside your room using our aircon, it will be heard as well. Okay, we need to remove it, including the breath portion I recorded. Okay, so let's take just at least 0.5 to 1 second. Okay, here it's even lesser than the second. It's 0.4. Okay, then we will proceed to the noise removal and repair. Where is it? Here, click the effect, then noise removal and repair, then proceed to noise reduction. Okay, the first thing that you will do is to, just like what we did, select a portion of the recording that will be the noise sample. Okay, so get the noise profile. That's it. Okay, then highlight it by clicking here, double click here or here or here. It's up to you. Okay, then let's go back to effect, noise removal and repair. Then let's proceed to noise reduction and go here. Okay, then click OK. See what happened? It was removed. Okay, let's try to listen to it again. If there's the breath portion, there's none anymore. See, it's so simple. So we removed the noise. Now here, let's try here. Okay, that's it. So what's the next one? We need to do the compression. Okay, we need to compress the recording. What does compression do in Audacity? Compression, as Audacity has said, the effect is to reduce the dynamic range of audio. Okay, one of the main purposes of reducing dynamic range is to permit the audio to be amplified further. Okay, to be amplified more without really adjusting the volume. Okay, now therefore by default the compressor amplifies audio as much as possible after compression. You have to highlight this first before you may click the effect. Okay, where is it? Compressor, here, volume and compression. Here's the compressor. Just leave it by default. Okay, this 5. Then let's apply. See what happened? It was amplified. Okay, so let's continue. Let's listen to it.
When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
Okay, we have to watch this. Okay, it should not. We will avoid the red portion here. Okay, it should be at least from here. Let's listen to it once more.
When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
See that? Did you see the red mark here? At least the green, then the yellow, then the red mark. The red mark is the warning. Okay, you should not go farther than the yellow at least. So we will do that in a bit. We have to do the third and the fourth first. Then the last would be an option. If it still goes to the red portion level, that means we have to reduce the volume. Okay. Now the third one that we will do after compression is filter curve. Okay, filter curve has the treble boost and the bass boost, so that we will have the, in simple terms, that's the treble and the bass, you know, in your sound system. That's like in music, in singing as well. So okay, so let's do it. You go to EQ and filters, then let's go to filter curve. Okay, click it. Now you proceed here, presets and settings. Let's go to treble boost first. Okay, factory presets. Go, proceed to treble boost, then click it, then apply. Okay, then another. It should remain highlighted. Okay, then effect, EQ, then go to filter curve, then proceed here, click bass boost. Okay, actually you can put it now if you want it to be the bassy effect. Okay, more bass. Now apply, but that's the default. Let's do it. Okay, see what happens? It almost exceeded the limit here. So what we will do, the next one is the limiter. Okay, we have to limit it because it should be, there's a portion here that it should stay at until here at least. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the limiter. Let's go to effect again. Let's go to volume and compression. You can see it here, the limiter. Okay, let's leave it at that. Now apply. See what will happen. It limits. See, the limit is until here. Okay, there. I have the fifth optional effect here, but we will go with this fourth one first, then listen to it. Okay, let's see what the sound is now after doing the 4 steps. Okay, so let's remove the highlight. Let's listen.
When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
See, it sounds better. All right, now let's listen to it again. But this time, take a look here if it still goes to the red mark.
You're listening to Magic 98.9.
Okay, so we have to reduce the volume. Okay, I noticed that there is... Oh, sorry. We didn't listen to the whole of it. Okay.
When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
Okay, we have here. Okay, if you want to remove those, it's either you press delete or you press CTRL plus letter L together. Okay, then any noise there or any irregularities will be removed. See, I will click CTRL and L together. I cleaned it. Okay, that's what you will do. If in case the noise removal effect did not really took effect 100%. Okay, so now there are parts of the recording that the playback level goes beyond the yellow mark. Okay, it should be at the yellow mark at least, not red. We have to avoid it. So let's reduce the volume by double clicking here, by highlighting it, or just one click here. It's up to you. Now let's go to effect. Let's go to volume and compression, and let's amplify. This is the volume. You can either add volume or decrease the volume. You can do both here. See this? If you want to add, it's right there. It will add 3 notch of volume. But if you want to reduce it, just put negative. Let's say -2. Okay, let's try. Click, see what happens. Okay, by doing that, let's see if something happens to the playback level, if it doesn't go anymore to the red mark.
When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
Okay, that's very good. So at least just a little yellow there, it's a warning. Red is that means it's not allowed. Okay, so at least just a little yellow will do, and it sounds better than before, than the original. Okay, so now I'd like to share this portion because I downloaded a plugin for Audacity, and that is the Sanford Reverb. When you install Audacity, it doesn't have this, even the G snap, but well, we don't need this. This is what we need. See what will happen. We will compare it. Okay, we will compare that to the voice recording with all of those effects, but with Sanford Reverb and without Sanford Reverb. Okay, so let's try it. Double click here, then let's do the Sanford effect here. If you're familiar, when there are people in concerts, or well, all of us have listened to recordings of music, you have noticed the reverb that they applied to recordings. Now it's here, it's all here. Factory presets. You go to the whisper verb. Okay, let's try it. Just click that, then click apply. Okay, now let's listen. This is mostly done for singing, okay, not for speaking or announcing like this, what I did. But let's listen to it if it's okay.
When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
Okay, it's up to you. But again, in speaking or in let's say announcing or annotating like this, Sanford Reverb may not be that really nice, but you can select. It's up to you if you want. But for me, I am contented with what I did. The noise removal, the compressor, the filter curve, and the limiter. Okay, so let's just press Ctrl-Z to go back to the original voice recording. See it? Okay, it's there. We remove the Sanford Reverb. Again, that's why I said it's optional. It will be up to you.
When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
Okay, so that's it. Let's listen again to the original recording. Okay, we will compare that and you will see the difference. Okay,
when you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9. When you're listening to nothing but the best of all these, you're listening to Magic 98.9.
So the difference is huge actually. When it comes to the noise, when it comes to the quality of the voice, the quality of the sound, the balance of reverb and the balance of treble and the balance of bass, and the compression of the music, it was amplified from within going up. We did not make the volume loud per se. We did not amplify it using the volume, but it was amplified after we compressed it. Then we did a limiter to limit it so that it will not go to the quote-unquote danger zone of music. It should not go to the red level, but at least a little of the yellow. That's permissible. Okay, so that's it once again for our video tutorial on Audacity. I hope it helps. You may apply that also in singing, but this time in singing, you try to do it with the Sanford Reverb. Okay, remember that? Sanford Reverb. Settings here, presets and settings. You go to the whisper verb. Okay, whisper verb. It's applied mostly to music, to songs. Okay, so that will be it. I hope it helps, and have a wonderful day recording your voice, your speaking voice, that is. And once again, this is Direct Leo. Thank you very much. Now signing off. God bless you. Thank you.